Hello and welcome to Daily Records, and for the month of August we are going to be looking at soundtrack recordings. I realized looking back over the year that I've been doing this that I've not really talked a lot about soundtracks, and there's been a couple sprinkled in here and there but not really true soundtracks, and you're probably going to question some of these choices, but I figured since the theme thing seems to be working for now, at least for me it is, I would do that. And so we are going to talk about soundtracks for the month of August. And we're going to start with a soundtrack to the film Midnight Cowboy, the John Schlesinger film from 1969. Now, the soundtrack featured music supervised by John Barry. He composed the score, and he won a Grammy for Best Instrumental Theme, the theme from Midnight Cowboy. Of course, a lot of people know, also featured on the cover there, the Fred Neil song Everybody's Talking, sung by the great Harry Nilsson, who we're probably going to talk about later this month to give you a little bit of foreshadowing. He won a Grammy for Best Male Pop Vocal Performance, and it really brought Harry Nilsson to the forefront. It was a huge hit. Now there were some other songs that were composed around this time, but weren't used. One of them, Harry Nilsson actually wrote a song, and it's very similar to Everybody's Talking, called "I Guess the Lord Must Be in New York City." If you've ever heard that song, you probably will relate that it kind of ties in closely to the theme of the movie, which overall is a film about John Voight, who comes to New York to be a male escort or a cowboy, and he meets up with Dustin Hoffman's character, and so a friendship and a bond forms. Really, really wonderful film. And I'm not going to talk a whole lot about the movie itself because we are talking about the soundtrack. Another song was a Randy Newman song called Cowboy. And Bob Dylan actually wrote Lay Lady Lay to be the theme for the movie, but he didn't finish the song in time, so it didn't get used. Now, the Midnight Cowboy theme, the beautiful harmonica melody, was played by Toots Thielemans, but the album version here is played by a gentleman named Tommy Riley. Now, this soundtrack album came out in 1969, and so a lot of the music here is the John Barry incidental music. There is a couple, again, Everybody's Talking, which opens and closes the album. There's quite a bit of John Barry incidental music. A Famous Myth, sung by The Group. It's actually called The Group. Tears and Joys, also by The Group. That's G-R-O-O-P. Whatever happened to The Group? Elephant's Memory is on here. Old Man Willow. Jungle Gym at the Zoo. He Quit Me Man. Composed by Warren Zevon, of note. Sung by Leslie Miller. And that is the folks on there with the John Barry incidental music. The film did win an Academy Award for Best Picture. If you've never seen it, I highly recommend it. It's a great movie, which is why I picked this to lead off our soundtracks for the month of August. So the soundtrack to Midnight Cowboy, a great little soundtrack, and probably one of the first major soundtrack releases featuring a pop song as sort of the theme. It advertised it and all that, from 1969. Today's Daily Record, Midnight Cowboy. Like, comment, subscribe, share, follow me on Instagram and Twitter. It's TommyBurton75. Thank you to everyone that watches these videos. In the meantime, I'll see you all again tomorrow with another Daily Record.